styling, you just living on an island. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 There is sunshine in your heart. It's been with you from the start. Lift your head, look to the heavens, then you will feel brand new again. Don't stop me now, Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Reach out your hand and help each other. Your mother, your father, your sister and brother. There is love in this family. Pick yourself up and get on your feet. Don't stop me now, Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Makena styling, up country styling, Campo styling, Kahanapali styling, Hana styling, Waihehu styling, Bahia styling, Keanai styling. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Maui styling, Maui styling, don't stop me now. Maui styling.
Aloha, and really welcome today. We have a great treat for you. We have Ramdas with us. And for those of you who don't know who Ramdas is an incredible, wonderful being who has guided many along their paths for many years now. And it's my great pleasure to introduce you to our star, Ramdas. Richard.
Ta-da!
Now we know that you weren't always Ramdas.
No. I was Richard Alpert.
Richard Albert. And he's a nice Jewish boy. Or
Maybe
was a nice
maybe
Jewish
such
boy.
not nice.
No, not nice?
No, I'm a Jewish boy.
Who has opened his heart in so many ways and has been sharing with us here at the Prince Hotel this weekend. And it has been wonderful. So, you know, you've gone through so much, and these people have no idea. But Ramdas, as he says, he was stroked recently by his guru, which is a great gift for him, and he is able to share with us and to help all of us to understand the processes that are involved in getting a little older and holding our beauty at the same time. I think he's a really wonderful example of that.
I am example, yes.
You are an example
Yes.
and an inspiration.
Yeah. I have, the stroke taught me a number of things. And I learned that I could change my role in the society. I can be dependent, and my my inner place never changed. Post-stroke, yeah. And many things that changed were superficial changes, like my speech, my limbs, but inside stayed absolutely solid. And I think that the stroke is, I call it fierce grace. It's got graceful things to it. It's enriching my life considerably. And I don't even have to, all I have to do is roll around in this chair. I have a chair everywhere I go.
It makes it easy, right?
Yeah. And, yeah.
Well, you know, a lot of people, I think, would not understand the blessing that you see in a stroke. When you say it's fierce
Yes.
grace, I think that a lot of our people watching this show would go, grace, you know, how is a stroke grace? Maybe you could bring that clearer for them.
My bag. Thank you. Well,
Can I help you?
no, I think I got it. You see, before my stroke, I used to, like, little bits of grace, like a parking space in at the bank. You know, a car will pull out. Oh, I'm getting grace.
Yes.
But now, now that's grace.
This is grace. I love you.
That's dated grace. That's good.
You know, it's so amazing to me that you have maintained your wonderful sense of humor and your grace through this journey.
Thank you.
I know you've been through a lot from your young years
Indeed.
and
Indeed.
journeying forth. Ramdas this is his last book, right?
Last
No.
to last.
Last to last. Next to the last.
Yeah.
And he's very prolific. How many books have you written?
Huh? 12.
And they're all wonderful and very enlightening. I know your first book, Be Here Now, that was your first one, touched many, many beings that I know, myself included, along
Yeah.
my spiritual journey. And as you were sharing with us that it's touched many people who have even gone to be monks.
Yeah. Yep.
Would you like to
Monks,
share?
rabbis, priests, people in ashrams. I mean, there have been people read that book and their own predilections, the predilection, their method, even though the book started to push them.
Well, you know, many of us have, I won't say taken similar journeys to yours because they're all unique,
Yep.
but many of us have journeyed and studied with teachers and gurus, and you took the initiative to really share with the world yourself and your journey. What inspired you to do that? What brought you to that place where you were willing to make yourself as public as you have, with not everything being so legal or smiled upon by all of society?
I was a teacher. I'm still a teacher. My guru said that he wanted me to come to the West and teach. And I'm doing it.
You sure are.
That's right. He's doing it, though.
You're continuing to do it.
Yeah. He's really doing it.
So he was your inspiration
Yeah.
for the sharing?
Yes.
And he was your inspiration for your books as well?
Yes. Well, he gave his blessing for Be Here Now. And that's why it's functioned in the way it has been. It draws people to spirituality.
Well, I understand guru. I also have a guru. But I think a lot of people may not understand what a guru is to you or to me. Could you expound on that a little bit? What is a guru to you, and what has your guru Maharishi meant to you?
Well, a teacher points the way, and a guru is the way. And a guru has God inside him just the way you and I have it. But the guru, a doorway to God. He's a doorway to us finding God. There was a doctor that came before Maharaji, my guru, and he said, I'm not astounded by Maharaji loving people. He's a saint. But he said, what I was astounded was that when I was just sitting in front of him, I loved everybody. And that's the nature of a guru.
To open our hearts.
Yeah, to open our hearts.
Yes. And I think, if I recall correctly, the meaning of guru is the teacher of the dark and the light, is it not?
Probably, I don't know.
I think I remember reading that someplace, and I thought that was such a great description, because my guru has definitely gotten me to look at both sides of the picture. So.
Yeah. They get you to look at both sides.
That's true. Well, you came from, I know, a very good family, a very respected family, righteous, and what inspired you to a Harvard man, to...
I wasn't a Harvard man.
Oh, you weren't Harvard man? I thought
Oh,
you were.
no,
Oh, you
I
didn't do
know.
that?
I was a Tufts man. I was a Harvard faculty man.
Oh, a Harvard, okay, you as a Harvard faculty man, that's even better.
Oh no, that's not better. You're a student when you're smart, but it takes politics to become a faculty member. And I'm a politician.
Well, how did you go from there to there? That's quite a jump. It's a leap, actually.
From where?
From being a Harvard professor to being in robes with a guru, traveling.
Well, along the way, I met another guru. His name was Tim Leary, and he was the next door down the hall from me, and he had taken these mushrooms in Mexico, and I wanted them. He said they gave him more knowledge about his personality that all his graduate training has done.
Wow,
And
that's
that
quite
made
a
me
statement.
pretty, you know. And they started the mushrooms started my spiritual path. They showed me that inside me was peace, and quietness, and connection with the world. Connection through the world. Yeah.
Was that in just one occasion
Just
that happened?
one occasion. And then that led me to India, my guru. Oh, look at that.
There we are. Hello, world.
I did that so I could come in and join you for a minute.
Oh, I see.
See that?
I'm going to make him turn now.
Aloha, that's okay. I'm just going
Okay.
to stand there. I'm going to jump out in a minute. You know, when you were a professor of what?
Psychology
Oh, like,
was the social relations department. Mine was a child psychology and motivational psychology.
well, I was in college in 1969 and 70, and my first project was to study LSD. And I had this big book, and that's when I first recall hearing about you and Tim Leary. Were you also with Dr. John Lilly at the time, or was that after?
Well, at the time, John was out here. After
Okay. You know,
he and I went, he and I went, played with the Dolphins.
have you been with the Dolphins here this trip yet?
No,
Well, I hope you get a chance to get in the water. They're all around us here.
I know it. I know. And they are such conscious beings.
Every time I get in the water with them, I get so excited.
Yeah.
It's like being with a guru.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Well, you know, I'm here just sort of squashed in. I'm a Brooklyn, New York guy myself, and you know, there are a lot of people that are in our audience that come from all over the world, but it's amazing to me that however we define religion and spirituality, there's a commonality that comes through all of it. I imagine you can put it in a few words, you know. People define their God and their guru in so many ways, but I always wonder, what are we searching for? Are we searching as just a discovery wherever we are?
Searching for the beloved, searching for the one, searching for intimate connection to all of it, searching for searching for our awareness.
Purpose?
No, that's not so much. Because there are purpose around here, but you know, each religion has different practices, and they are like the practice of beads, the mala beads,
Yeah.
and the rosary, and meditation. You can find those in religions. What I see is I am committed to the path of the heart. And the path of the heart is in almost every religion. So.
Well, I think that's what I mean. I had an interview recently with two traveling Chabad rabbis from Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
And it was, I thought, a very wonderful experience to share and hear them talking about reincarnation in Judaism, which is something.
Yes, there is. There is.
And you find that a lot of religions, when you boil it all down,
Yep.
have such a commonality.
Yep.
I was actually thrilled. And they talked about how people from the West go to the East looking for something that they might find in the West religions. It was an interesting experience to sit with them. Have you found that there's that things kind of come together?
Commonality. I mean, I was in the Holy Land, and I studied with rabbis there, but the family was, the religion with the family of these Hasids. Wow. Ooh. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to jump out and go back to my role on the camera. But I wanted to stop in, first of all, because I wanted to thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And, you know, I always really have enjoyed the fact that here in Maui, we have a great place to live, you know, where we're sort of given a gift of a beautiful environment. And when we see someone like you come here, we here already experience a lot of the bliss that you are walking around in. There are a lot of very high beings here. I'm sure you've met them.
I have met them.
And
I have met
this is
them.
one here, this young lady.
Two here.
Thank you. We know that, I'm going to wrap up so you guys can wrap up, that you are wonderful to grace our time here, and we hope to share with you in the future. in many ways and many levels.
I'm going to come here as often as I can.
Will you
Let me
do
jump
another
out.
show with us when you have more time?
No.
Well, we're going to try to get him to change his mind. And, you know, I just have a little question for you that came up when Jason was talking. Do you think that we ever find that the end of that quest, the end of that search?
Yes.
Do you feel like you have found it?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So don't go away yet.
Yeah.
We want to thank Ram Dass. I want to thank him. I'm so greatly honored to be here beside him, touching him, holding his hand. I have read his books. I have been with him numerous times all around the country. And I'm so honored to be with you. And I'm so honored to call myself your friend and your ally and to stand behind you and to just say,
Now-
oh, yes, thank you, God. He's doing it wonderful.
Well, with that, maybe I'll have a show.
Oh, good. Well, that means you get to come back and join us again, and you're going to come back to Maui soon. We're going to make sure of that. We're just going to put all our little Maui feelers out there and pull him in. So
Goodbye, Maui.
thank you for joining us. And
Thank you.
we will see you very soon. We hope that you enjoyed this and that it has touched your heart and your mind and your spiritual being in many ways. Have a great day. Aloha.
Aloha.
No matter where you go, no matter what you do, take that Maui style with you. 'Cause if you ain't Maui styling, you just living on an island. Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 There is sunshine in your heart. It's been with you from the start. Lift your head, look to the heavens, then you will feel brand new again. Don't stop me now, Maui styling, don't let me down. 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 Reach out your hand and help each other. Your mother, your father, your sister and brother.